Hello. Good morning. Thanks for joining. Hello. Good morning. How about that? I always forget to do that. Well, today we're going to be doing My name is Russell Lang, and welcome to my channel. I'm glad you found me. This is Slow Down Sunday, October 24, 2021. And today I'd like to do a guided meditation. So give me a few minutes and we'll get started. You might go ahead and grab a pillow or get in a comfortable position, preferably sitting up in a chair with your feet on the ground, flat on the floor. Or if you're outside, which would be awesome, your feet on the ground. You can even lay on the ground. It's really awesome. But we'll get started here in just a moment, okay? Oops, wrong one. Let's do a nice quiet one. How about that? Hey, that girl. I'll catch you later also. I'm going to do a guided meditation. I've got something all pulled up to do. So we're going to be doing that in just a moment. So bear with me. Be right back. Excellent. I do enjoy that one. So for the guided meditation, this is going to be about 15-20 minutes. Slow down Sundays are only a half hour, or try and limit them to 30 minutes. But I want you to get in a comfortable position. And this is good for any time, unless you're driving, then don't do this. But it's basically a mindful breathing exercise, if you will, and just to kind of calm us and bring us back to center. So I want you to start by settling into a comfortable position and allow your eyes to close or keep them open with a softened gaze. I want you to begin by taking several long, slow, deep breaths, breathing in fully and exhaling fully. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose or your mouth. Allow your breath to find its own natural rhythm. Bring your attention, your full attention, to noticing each in-breath as it enters your nostrils, travels down your lungs, and causes your belly to expand. And notice each out-breath as your belly contracts and air moves up through the lungs, back up through the nostrils or mouth. Invite your full attention to flow with your breath. Notice how the inhale is different from the exhale. You may experience the cool air as it enters your nose and warm as you exhale. As you turn more deeply inward, begin to let go of noises around you. If you are distracted by sounds in the room, simply notice them, then bring your attention back to your breath. Don't try to control your breath in any way. Observe and accept your experience in this moment without judgment, paying attention to each inhale and exhale. If your mind wanders to thoughts, plans, or problems, simply notice your mind wandering. Watch the thought as it enters your awareness as neutrally as possible. Then practice letting go of the thought as it were a leaf floating downstream. In your mind, place each thought that arises on a leaf and watch as it floats out of sight down a stream. Then bring your attention back to your breath. Your breath is an anchor you can return to over and over when you become distracted by thoughts. Notice when your mind wandered. Observe the types of thoughts that can hook or distract you. Noticing is the richest part of learning. With this knowledge, you can strengthen your ability to detach from thoughts and mindfully focus your awareness back on the qualities of your breath. Practice coming home to the breath with your full attention, watching the gentle rise of your stomach on the in-breath and the relaxing letting go on the out-breath. Allow yourself to be completely with your breath as it flows in and out. You might become distracted by pain or discomfort in the body or twitching or itching sensations that can draw your attention away from the breath. You may also notice feelings arising, perhaps sadness or happiness, frustration or contentment. Acknowledge whatever comes up, including thoughts or stories about your experience. Simply notice where your mind went without judging it, without pushing it away or clinging to it or wishing it were different. And simply focus your mind and guide your attention back to your breath. Come back to your breath. Notice and come back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Follow the air all the way in and all the way out. Mindfully be present moment by moment with your breath. If your mind wanders away from your breath, just notice without judging it, be it a thought, an emotion, or sensation that hooks your attention, and gently guide your awareness back to your breathing. Breathe in, breathe out, fully experiencing each and every breath. As this practice comes to an end, slowly allow your attention to expand and notice your entire body, then beyond your body to the room you're in. And when you're ready, open your eyes and come back fully alert and awake. Deep breath. The breath is always with you as a refocusing tool to bring you back to the present moment. Set your intention to use this practice throughout your day to help cultivate and strengthen attention. Namaste. Thank you for joining in that lovely little meditation. And you can use this and come back to it anytime you wish. It helps me keep centered. And again, because this is Slow Down Sunday, I should have been this close. Because this is a Slow Down Sunday, I do encourage you to be more mindful as you go through your day of how you're feeling and when you tense up and what causes these things. And just start noticing that you can let your shoulders relax, that you can unclench your jaw, and that you could just bring your eyes to a soft gaze and breathe, right? That girl, you with me? And I know sometimes this has the capacity to help people kind of nod off, and that's okay if you do. It's okay if you did. The whole point is to have you become more aware of your breath and just kind of bring your attention in for a minute or 5 minutes and be more aware of the body that you've been given, of the magnificence of the way this thing works and how wonderfully and magically we are made, how wondrously, and the fact that we don't even have to think about it. The body's going to breathe. And when we breathe, everything else kind of falls into place the way it should, usually, in most cases. Disclaimer allowed. But I definitely wanted to share more guided meditations with you because that's where my heart was for Slow Down Sundays. I kind of want to focus on grounding, coming back to center. Grounding becomes a way to draw energy without unloading one's own energy. Everyone has lots of energy, and that kind of needs to be balanced to avoid ending in an exhausting exercise or ending up with a headache. But it's also a way to feel connected with Source. So hopefully, hey, Katie K, thanks for being here. And just did a quick little meditation. So I've got my ASMR voice on. And you can always do the replay when you're ready. But let me talk a little bit about the grounding and what this grounding again becomes a way to draw energy without unloading one's own. It can also be a way to connect with your universe, your source, your God, Gaia, Mother Earth, what you see as your higher power. Sometimes people do this barefoot so they have a better connection. Usually it's suggested that you're at least sitting up straight in a chair with your feet firmly planted on the ground, on the floor. Whether you're barefoot or not is not as big. It's not as important as the act of meditation itself. And some people enter prayer like this. Some people enter different ways that they calm themselves and center themselves. But being barefoot amplifies the connection with the internal healing energies of Mother Earth and Gaia and the Great One from which we come. So the fundamental exercise to live, this is a fundamental exercise to live a little bit more rooted, and it's really kind of simple. So if you're standing, you kind of place your feet parallel to the shoulders with the tips positioned a little inwards, knees flexed so your kneecaps are aligned with the tip of your foot. If you're sitting down, just find a comfortable spot with your feet flat on the ground, just so it's comfortable, okay? There's no magic in this. It's just a matter of being comfortable. And so basically, if you're standing, it's wise it's a practice that you can stand with your hips and the torso as straight as possible. You're not leaning, you're not this. And you loosen your features, you open your mouth slightly and relax into this. So, hey, DJH, I'm glad you're here. So sometimes people relax their faces by making weird grimaces and changing it back to normal. You're looking for tension in the face. So you want to scrunch it up and then let it relax or whatever helps you to realize that there's tension in your face. There's tension in your body. As you go through to prepare for meditation, sometimes you tense everything up and relax. And you notice that once you tense everything up and then relax it, you can feel that tension go, right? So that's the feeling that you're looking for as you're entering into a meditative state or presence or experience. Just you want to feel that once you tense it all up and then you release it, that release energy that goes through, that's what we're looking for, right? So a lot of this is really just like I did in the first meditation. It's about being aware and being mindful of your breath because there's a rhythm to it, a natural rhythm to it. And we pay attention to our breathing as if we could discover that simply by observing it, just paying attention to it helps bring things into a focal point, right? So that's why so many guided meditations are about focus on your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. In through the nose and out. So it's a lot of meditations promote what they call circular breathing. And circular breathing is kind of you inhale for a certain count, hold for a certain count, exhale for the same count, and hold for the same count. So if I were doing this, it's like in, two, I can't do it in count. In, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Like that. So I don't know if you were watching or not, but that's my 4 count. And sometimes I draw it out, but sometimes it's again just as I'm breathing in, I'm counting in my head to 4 and I'm holding for 4. And after a while, it becomes a rhythm of that circular breathing that I can then just kind of relax into it because I'm focused on breathing and not the random thoughts that are coming in. Although they may be important, this is not the time. I kind of set them aside. Like the first meditation we did says, you picture a leaf on a floating on a stream, and you watch it go downstream. Well, as these thoughts come in, you put them on the leaf and watch them go downstream in your mind's eye, of course. So that is another way that I find meditation to be medicine. And it helps me to let go of random worries and anxieties that just don't matter. They're not important. You're welcome, Katie K. It's a matter of, will this matter in 10 minutes, in 10 hours, in 10 days, 10 months, 10 years? I mean, you can take it out there. But the thing is, coming back to what you know, coming back to your breath, coming back to center, and going forward from there. So, some of these meditations that I've found and I've done, have you imagined that your feet are like, as you're sitting in your comfortable position with your hands either on the tops of your thighs or by next to you, but the whole idea is to be relaxed without being uh, too comfortable slouching on the sofa or whatever, but just kind of be more aware, using the body as it was intended to just be straight and sit up tall, like your mom said. And as you're getting into this and learning more, being more aware of your breathing, that's when you imagine your feet beginning to grow roots, and your roots are going down into the earth and Basically, you're becoming one with the earth. So as your roots go down, the earth is bringing roots up to be one. Kind of like an avatar where they twirled their tails together and became one. That's what I imagine it to be. So as this happens, the power of the earth rises and passes through you. It flows into you. And it can, you can imagine that being mingled with your breath. So now you have the energy of the earth mingling with yours, because we are all just energy, folks. Meat popsicles, energy and a meat popsicle, right? Yeah, thanks, Kitty K. So as this is happening, you're taking deep breaths and coming back into yourself and imagining being one. And of course, don't forget to be grateful. Thank you. Thank you for all the time. At first, it may be strange to be smiling and, me all the time, but in reality, it expands my heart. It expands my ability to accept people where they are. And it accepts my ability to not judge people for their beliefs or their religion or their past or whatever culture they may have been raised in. It helps me to accept you as you are, where you are. And that's been a long time for me to develop that. So I'm really pleased about that. But as you come out of a meditation, the main thing is do it slowly. Again, come back to your breath. Start becoming aware of the body as it is and how you're sitting. Feel the weight of your body on the chair, on the whatever it is you're sitting on. Feel your feet touching the bottom of touching the floor. Feel the life that is in your legs, in your torso, in your chest, in your arms. Feel the life flowing through you and into you. And as it fills, this energy just fills you. You can imagine the golden white light coming down from source, filling you from the top. You can imagine the purple healing lights. I mean, they're all manner of things that you can focus on and just bring in the love of the universe, the love of source, the love of the God that you know to come in and fill you. And as you're doing this, you're slowly getting the feeling back. You're slowly becoming back to present time. You are becoming more aware and awake. And when you're ready, you open your eyes and you look around. And sometimes everything looks brand new. And sometimes it's like, well, I never noticed the way this does that. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just the room you were in. But you should feel more energy. You should feel more calm. You should feel more empowered to do the work that you need to do. Let me get into the chat. I hope this is making sense to you folks. I'm thrilled that you could join me today. Let's see. DJ H says grounding keeps static from the stylus. You won't get a shock by the turntable. Yeah, that's a whole different kind. Well, that's kind of what we're doing, right? Isn't that sort of what we're doing when we ground ourselves in meditation? We're cutting the static out, right? As that girl says, don't mind the static. Don't listen to the static. Oh, that girl, I'm sorry, I don't know your catchphrase. You're welcome, Katie K. Meditation is the medication, right? That's funny. You're almost describing another grounding exercise taught to me in college for announcing. Can tell you later. Okay, that'd be great. I'd appreciate that. And it's good to see you in my chat. Let's see. Don't forget the whole part of breathing, but a 4 in, 8 out count has helped in the worst times. And that's just it. There's no right or wrong in this. It's what you find that works for you. I know that I'm a smoker. I don't always hold for 8. And and sometimes depending on how fast I'm counting, I can slow it down. and have a count of 8. But it's basically become aware of yourself, become aware of your thoughts and let them go because they don't control you. They should not control you. It's making complete sense. I'm going to do the replay in a while when I can actually engage. It's only like a 5 to 7 minutes. It was really quick, but I definitely want you to experience that. So that was what we were doing today. I was going to try and set up a poll to see who has tried meditation before or a type of it, and how it worked for you. I know that there are some people that think they can't meditate. Can you breathe? It's just becoming aware of your breath. And it's not a have to. You don't have to do this. If you just sit quietly and twiddle your thumbs, that's one thing. Some people consider that meditation. Some people consider prayer a type of meditation, which is a whole different thing that I won't get into right now because we only have a few more moments. But I do want to go ahead and let you know, getting the YouTubey things out of the way. Thank you for being here. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the thumbs up. Check out the new merch. I just want to say, I've got new merch, and this is a key to your heart. It's just a little sticker that says "Hang out with Rustling on YouTube." It's got my picture. It's got "Just Breathe." It's just kind of cute. And then some of the merch I also received is this huge. Look, it's bigger than my head. My God, it's a huge tote. It's really good quality. A canvas. It's got an inner pocket, and it's printed on both sides, guys. I'm so excited about it. And it's great for groceries if they let you take the bag in the store again, right? But there's other stuff too, and it's on its way. I've got a coffee mug coming and a hoodie and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, you could check that out as you're led. You can always buy me a cup of coffee if you like, because you guys know I love coffee. And I want to thank you all for being here. Does anyone have any questions? I so appreciate you guys being here. Yeah, check out the new merch. It's pretty cool. I was pretty happy with it. So just remember, when you breathe in, follow the air all the way in and then all the way out. Mindfully be present moment by moment with your breath. If your mind wanders away from your breath, just notice without judging it. Be it a thought, emotion, or sensation that hooks your attention, gently guide your awareness back to your breathing. It's always a tool. The breath is always a tool. It's always with you. A refocusing tool to bring you back to the present moment. So I hope you guys found this helpful. Yes, Darren, I think they'd be good. Let me check this. I think they'd be really good for carrying records. The handles seem to be reinforced really well. I don't know if I can get it up there to show you. Yeah, I can't see what I'm looking at. Let me see. Without hitting the keyboard, can you see how that's reinforced in so many different ways? They're all 4 reinforced like that. So it's big enough for LPs. Definitely hold a bunch of them. Yeah, that might just work for you. There's a separate bag that folds out to a flat bottom as well. So that might be interesting. But check them out and see if you like it. In the meantime, you guys get out there and make it a beautiful day. Thanks for being here. We'll see you Tuesday.